Okay, Dad Can in Japan here again. We're doing Call of Cthulhu, and you get to see me scream like a little girl again. Just got the first update, and they've added a few additions, added options to modify FOV and motion blur, added a scroll bar and a graphics menu, etc., etc. You can pause the video and look at those. Anyway, those are some updates we've just added. See how it's going to change the gameplay. We're starting Chapter 7, The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. Kind of guessed that ahead of time. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting after dying a few times. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Oh, that's the actual name of it. Okay. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Let's enter madness. Oh, someone really wanted to get in. Jack? Annie? Couldn't you have just knocked?
Where's the bookseller?
Yep, where is he? Decaying in the corner somewhere? Oh, spot hidden. There we go. What's this one? History of Darkwater, Volume 2. A Puritan colony led by the Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar colour of the rocks surrounding the island. Silly people. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviours. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Right. Yeah. Okay. Anything else we need to see around here? Oh, there's something there.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Is it a book or is it a cigar? Oh, we got this one.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
She really likes to write, doesn't she? The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. Ah, but which truth? A pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. Donald Trump? Haha. No. Okay. My attempt at political humour. Oh, there's something down there. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you. Should always get some light. Breviary of Medicine. A few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. Let's take a look at my stats. I'm at 30% medicine, 25% for occult. Really got some good got some more character points. I need 6p, 6cp for the next level. Let's go with should I go for spot hidden? Nah, psychology. Yeah. I'm kind of failing down on that. Good at finding things, not good at validate, yes. That screws me up because I have to press the escape key to get out of this, but the enter key to validate it first. Okay, anything else around it? Oh, we got another one. Okay.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers placed truth on the same footing as a religion.
These Tibetan writings are from the origin of the blah 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 blah. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore in Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. It's fake books! Got something else over here. Come on, increase my knowledge. Good, yes, more medicine. This book focuses on healing surgery specific to malformations and motor disorders. Very useful in the Cthulhu mythos. Oh, what's here? Haha, would you read this book? We're gonna get our minds blown again. Alright, yeah, why not help?
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Oh, this is the first volume. We found the second volume, Malleus Bestiarum. Catalogues and classifies creatures that I've never heard of. Yes, divinities from the stars, creatures capable of travelling from one dimension to another, i.e. the Shambler. It represents itself as the reference work on the bestiary of the myth, without giving details on the mythology to which it refers. Its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. I love that word, phantasmagorical. Okay. Oh, I should see, how did my Cthulhu mythos go? 35! It beats my medicine. Yes. Okay. Let's check out this room up here. What's in here first? Oh, oil. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. A phonograph. Okay, so there's going to be something we can play on that. Darkwater History, Volume 4. For such a small island, I've got a lot of history. Grey whales gradually disappeared from the water surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up until then the region was a favoured refuge for cetaceans. The Siler returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. Okay, so does that mean that this great creature, this gigantic creature, only appeared recently? Because if it appeared a long time ago, it would have eaten all the whales before all the humans got there. Chess! Okay, let's take a look here. Nothing there. Oh, the Holy Grail! We are the Knights of the Round Table. Don't mind if I do, yep. Okay. Alright, what's in here? Anything here?
What happened here?
Ooh, reconstruction time. Let's go. Okay.
Let's start over.
Oh.
Where did they break in from?
Right here. We know that.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
I told you it's Jack and Annie. You know? Morgan sent them on another ridiculous quest. So that's... No, that wasn't anything. Oh, what's this over here?
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Uh-huh. Okay, maybe not Jack and Annie then. Okay, I'll get to that later. Anything back here before... It's dark! I don't like the dark. Oh, medicine.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Huh. Why? Going through a transformation, perhaps? We got 3 points over there. Anything over here first? Okay, let's... Oh, what's that?
What killed all these animals?
Ew. Come on, I can't. I'll have to do this one first. Yeah.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Okay.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe that ward on the safe. Occultism. I'm having a flashback within a flashback.
What the? Charles Hawkins?
Right. Occultism.
Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins.
Yep. Because he's evil. Evil, I tell you.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
We found out in the last episode. Oh, great. What is this book?
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
And how did she get her hands on this? Yeah. Oh, what's this?
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Okay, I think I got everything. Yeah. So, these bugs don't like that warding symbol either. Well, they don't like the book itself. Okay, let's start over here.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key bears the Elder Sign. It is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. There it is. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to it to being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifacts. Try to find it. Ah, okay. A crest. To find the Holy Grail. No. What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and the old amulet? Right.
Is everyone on this island taking sleep?
I like this place, yeah. Drugs, drugs, and more drugs. What is this? Oh, good, medicine. At least we can... The least can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. And it's only book 1! I can't wait to read the sequel. Alright, how's my medicine doing? I'm at 36. Medicine is beating occult now. What's this here? Oh, okay.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Okay. If somebody finds these memoirs, there'll be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. Yeah, kind of guess that. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are found to be hidden in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. His most precious possession, his pornography collection? No. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. Oh, good old Professor Armitage, yes. The content of the safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you'll be able to appreciate the danger this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from you actions. Okay. They really need to check the spelling in this. Okay, so... I've got to find the clues to this. What's the combination? Okay, so we didn't find anything there. Let's take a look out here. Whoa, jeez. Many points of light. What's that one?
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Azathoth and Other Horrors. Oh, goody. Nice light reading. Volume 9. Okay.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Well, that's 4th. We found 9th.
Another volume by Arkham
8.
editions.
Shugai. Requiem per Shugai. Famous lyrical work. The opera was performed only once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. Why missing? They were
Arkham editions.
the prophecies.
Never heard of
them. Luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural.
How many volumes are there in this
We've
collection?
already asked that. 9 at least. Written by Nostradamus. Okay, yeah.
Another volume by Arkham editions.
Yeah. Okay.
Arkham editions.
That's 2.
Never heard of him.
Okay, so it seems like that we know there's at least 9 of that. Nine volumes. We're missing a couple though, because we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 2 volumes missing. Are they around here? Okay. Any other points of light? No. What's this one? Oh, okay.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Ah, okay. Yes, the phonograph. We found out earlier. Anything else around here? No. Okay. Always get oiled up before you do something like this. Okay. It's got something there, something here. Okay, that's the chessboard.
Things are not looking good.
Yeah, for white, I guess.
A kind of chalice.
Made of gold and decorated with real precious stones, the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif. I don't know. Oh, I can't take it, though. Okay. Too bad, that could be worth something. Don't make much on a detective salary. Listen. There we go.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay, that must be the goblet. Let me listen again.
And these
Red drops.
like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it.
Okay.
I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Right, so it actually should be the number of rubies.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
Ah, okay.
Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okay, so the number of pieces on the chessboard that are still standing to protect the queen.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the
Ah.
anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Have you gone insane yet? Okay, so 9 for that, we know. Okay. Okay, so that's... How many pieces on the chessboard?
The Queen has little protection.
Yeah, okay, so there's 3 pieces there on the board. There's also 2 more still standing on outside, but I'm going with 3. Okay. But we can try 5 if that doesn't work.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Okay, we've got 2. Okay, I can rotate this thing. Come on, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, and yeah, just 5 because we saw the crack there. Okay. So that's 5. That's the first one. Okay, let's try this then. Oh, feel like I need a little bit more oil again. Right, let's try this. Okay. E. How do I do this? Rotate. I think 5. This was going to be 3, we said, right? Wrong way. Okay, and 9. Oops, wrong way. Validate. Hey, there we go. Don't touch it. You don't know where it's been. You're going to read it? Well, there goes my sanity. Oh boy. The Eye of Mordor. What's happening? Oh, chapter 8. Okay. Okay, well that's a relatively short chapter, so I might continue this, or just stick to 1 chapter per video. You'll find out soon. Okay, so if not, then goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hello, Dadcan in Japan here. Today we're reading book 666 in the Magic Treehouse series, Darkwater Island Before the Dawn. Chapter 1, Another Ludicrously Dangerous Adventure. Jack and Annie stood before Morgan in the Magic Treehouse, awaiting their mission. Is this going to be another dangerous mission today? Asked Jack. What do you mean? Inquired Morgan. Well, every time you send us somewhere unnecessarily dangerous, and we barely get out with our lives. I mean, look at the time you sent us to Pompeii. You sent us there on a day of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. Why couldn't you have sent us the day before the eruption? Or the week before? No, you had to send us right before the volcano erupted without telling us it was going to do so beforehand. I crapped my pants getting away from that. It was a test. You got away, didn't you? Replied Morgan. Have you heard of child endangerment laws? You just enjoy doing this, don't you? Said Jack. Well, today all you have to do is go to a bookstore and rescue a book from a safe, said Morgan. What's the catch? Said Jack. No catch. Just make sure you don't read it, warned Morgan. Why? What's in it? Nothing. Just a few tricks I want to play on Merlin, said Morgan innocently. What's it called? Asked Annie. The Necronomicon. The Necro-what? Continued Annie. The Necronomicon. It's a book of practical jokes, said Morgan with a glint in her eye. Just in and out, and that's it? Asked Jack suspiciously. Morgan nodded. Here is the book that will take you there. The History of Darkwater Island. I don't like the sound of that, piped Annie. Let's just get it over and done with, said Jack. He took a deep breath and pointed at the book. I wish we could go there. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. Except for the sounds of Jack and Annie throwing up in a corner. Chapter 2. The Nameless Bookstore. Why does it always have to spin so fast? Moaned Annie, doubled over. I don't know, said Jack, wiping the vomit from the corner of his mouth. You'd think we'd be used to it by now. Hanging on to each other, Jack and Annie staggered out of the treehouse like a pair of drunken sailors. They peered through the dusky fog swirling around them. That looks like the bookstore over there, said Jack. They made their way over and peered through the window. It looks deserted. They entered the bookstore and crept to the back room where they found the safe. What's that funny symbol? Asked Annie. I'm not sure, said Jack. Morgan said the combination was 539. Jack twirled the dials to the appropriate numbers and gave a big tug on the handle. The door to the safe swung open. Inside lay an old and dusty book, the Necronomicon. Jack reached in and picked up the book. Ew, exclaimed Jack. The cover feels all old and leathery. Kinda like Grandpa. Annie stepped forward and wrinkled her nose. Smells like him too. Jack put the book down on a table and opened it. Wait, Morgan told us not to read that, said Annie. Screw that, said Jack. I want to find out what the old witch is up to. Jack pushed his glasses into place and began to study the weird diagrams on the page. Suddenly, a light rose from the book and an eye appeared on the page. Jack and Annie found themselves floating in the air. The room began to spin. It spun faster and faster. Oh, fuck, not again, said Jack. Jack and Annie were not holding on to anything, and as the room spun, they were flung around the room. Annie hit her head on a metal statue, and blood welled at the point of impact. Jack crashed into a large bookshelf, and his neck snapped with an audible crack. The room slowly stopped spinning, and Jack and Annie's lifeless bodies crumpled to the floor. There was a brief light in the hallway, and Morgan entered the room. She stepped over the broken bodies of the children and picked up the book. Thanks for getting past the protective seal. I could never have done that without you. Jack and Annie's glassy eyes stared up at the ceiling, not moving. Holding the Necronomicon, Morgan stepped out of the room and proceeded to wreak havoc upon the world. The end. Thank you very much. Bye for now.